One brothers and sisters out there, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And this video will simply be entitled, Death Fog Will Kill Billions. Death Fog Will Kill Billions. And this is a quote from this article, in this featured article that we're going to be doing, the lesson on, from this publication called The People's Voice. The article reads as follows: Chemtrails pilot reveals plot to blanket world in death fog to kill billions in 2025. Okay, and it's been fact checked by the People's Voice community, and the headline reads, Death Fog Will Kill Billions. Now what I'm going to do is something a little bit different. I have the article, we're going to go into it, but there's an accompanying video. We're going to listen to some of the video so that I don't have to sit here and read through this whole doggone article. Now there's also here from MSN, right, the browser that I use, or part of one of the featured channels off of the browser that I use. They have an article here from the New York Post, which reads, Americans alarmed by chemical fog spreading across the U.S. Phenomenon sparks bioweapon conspiracy theories after drone spotted. I think the drone was spotted or whatever. Anyway, it says here, New Year, new conspiracy theories. Parts of the U.S. have been blanketed by a mysterious fog, sparking concern from locals who claim it has a chemical smell and exposure can result in flu-like symptoms. A Florida resident told the Daily Mail that they felt sick after being outside in the fog for just 10 minutes. So what we're going to do is, please excuse me here. So yeah, let's play this little short video. This is from somebody on TikTok, 1 minute and 2 seconds. Let's listen to it.
All right, so it's crazy foggy right now. But that's not the weird part, okay? Like, number one, it's weird because as it gets later in the day, fog should lighten, dissipate, and it's really not. But the weirdest part is the taste and smell. It smells like after you set off a bunch of fireworks, and like the taste of the air is, I mean, the only word I can think of is toxic. It's super weird. And so I'm going for my walk, and it's kind of worrying me a little bit. Let me know if you guys are experiencing something like that. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, it smells.
All right, so this is a commercial. Just bear with me here momentarily. Stupid commercials always pop up, as you see here.
Not right. And I'm 41. I've been through fog. This is something different. I don't know if you guys are experiencing something like that.
Yeah, so you heard there, and I would have to admit, I myself did notice 2 or 3 times, right here recently in the last week or so. I would say in the last 2 to 3 weeks, I experienced fog. But as most of you know, we right down here near the ocean. So a lot of times, certain times at evening or whatever, you'll see the fog roll in, off of the water or whatever. It's out there, just hanging over the ocean. So I really didn't think nothing about it. And then another day I woke up in the morning, looked out across the field, and I saw fog same way. I can't say that I felt sick or lightheaded or anything. It didn't smell different, didn't taste different than me. But that's just me saying it. Now, a lot of brothers have reported that they seen fog. As a matter of fact, there was one of the elder brothers from Dallas was asking brothers the other day, had we experienced the fog and what did we experience along with it? Anyway, there's also a few comments that was made about this. Now, this is from Tuesday, this past week. Elder Apostle Gabar, and he had the elder bishops with him, and they was doing the a live stream, which was the the New Year's Eve of Destruction live stream. And you had a former GMS guy on the comment board, and this is what he said. Now, this dude here is this UK Seer 144. He was formerly from those brothers. Damn, what were they called? The London GMS London forecasters. The dude that got kicked out or left or whatever, he, on his own. He been creeping around, on the comment board. A lot of guys do that. They'll leave GMS, talk all kind of shit. Then when their little rebellion blows over, they'll pop back up and be on the comment board like shit is all good, which really shit ain't all good. But anyway, UK Seer says pillars of smoke equals the fog trying to blot out the chariot sightings. And then I told him, nah, you're going off. That's never been taught, which he was going off. The pillars of smoke in the Bible that's mentioned in Joel has nothing to do with the fog. And be careful out there, you brothers, that some of these things that are popping up or that happen, you don't try to make them fit in prophecy. Don't try to make them fit. Don't try to, put your own spin on nothing. The pillars of smoke is not the fog. Okay. And further than that, to my, trying to blot out the chariot sightings. You can't blot out the chariot sight. If the chariots want to be seen, they're going to be seen. Esau doesn't have a capability to block out the chariots. He just doesn't. And further than that, any bitch ass fog or any kind of weather pattern, the chariots can make weather patterns. Okay, they can bring hurricanes, they can bring tornadoes, they can make anything happen. Esau's technology is bullshit compared to what the Heavenly Father can do. Okay, and I've seen a literal video of a chariot, and it was following a plane. The plane had put out a bunch of chemtrails, and the chariots basically sucked up the chemtrail. So, like I said, that don't try to make a doctrine out of the fog. All right. I mean, you can put it in line of one of Esau's, one of his devices or something he's trying to use as a devil, but don't try to make it in the pillars of smoke. Has nothing to do with the fog. And let's go there and look at that real quick before we even go on. Now, this is the book of Joel, chapter 2. In verse 30, it says, the day of the Lord, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. See that? The sun should be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. These pillars of smoke is really dealing with the missiles, the nuclear destruction. The Lord is going to bring blood, fire, and pillars of smoke. It's got nothing to do with the fog. So don't try to be deep, bro. All right. Any brother out there, because another brother's on the comment board, going on about the fog and shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's it is what it is. But if you saying that the pillars of smoke equals the fog, then you're going off. I said, nah, you're going off. That's never been taught. Then you also had the elder Barak Gabar. He took the dude comment down, and then he says right here, two different scenarios, not the same. Right. He was absolutely right. That's two different things. The fog is one thing. The pillars of smoke is another thing. Then this guy says back, well, obviously, why I said it just reminds, which really in the beginning, you didn't say it remind. You didn't say that. You said that's what it was. Here he says, he said it back to me, obviously not making it a doctrine. Pillar of smoke, just a reminder of what's going on with the fog situation. No, it's not. It's not even a reminder. It's not even remotely close. Two different things, like the elder told you. So watch out there that some of these events, things that you see happening, don't turn them into a doctrine. Okay, don't turn them into a doctrine. It's just going right along with everything else. It's just one of those. As a matter of fact, let's get it's one of those things that happen in the heavens that you see. Right? What did the Lord say about the things happening in the heavens? Don't be dismayed at them. What are we worrying about it for? Anything that Esau gonna do, any plot, any scheme, we welcome it. Do the shit. This is Jeremiah 10 verse 1. It says, hear ye the word of the Lord, Salakia. Hear ye the word which the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. You see, in the different signs in the heaven is things in the soul, the atmosphere, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, whatever going on, right? different things that we see happening, atmospheric pressures or whatever, aurora borealis, don't be dismayed at that shit. Let's see here. If we go here, well, let's go to verse 7. Luke 21, verse 7. And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said unto them, and he said, Take heed that you be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. Right? Now, if you look down here, he says in verse 11, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. So this right here will fall under a fearful sight, or, a fearful sight more than anything, because people are speculating, people are speculating about this fog or whatever. Now we have this article that they're talking about, going right to it. So we're going to leave off from that. Right. This article, Chemtrails pilot reveals plot to blanket world in death fog to kill billions in 2025. Now, what they're doing is they're quickly doing damage control on it, and by saying a new year, new conspiracy theory. What the fuck did you call it? It's not a conspiracy. All of a sudden, a crazy fog all over the place in places that don't usually get fog. And then people getting flu-like symptoms from it. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now it says here, cities across the U.S. and Europe, many of which rarely experience fog, are now blanketed in thick, eerie mists that refuse to lift, even during daylight hours. While the media scrambles to dismiss it as mere coincidence, let's be clear, this is no ordinary weather event. And I would agree if what they're saying is true. Like I said, I've seen the fog, but around here it gets foggy anyway. But lately it's been more than normal. Now let's listen into a little bit of this video. Stay tuned while we listen in.
Cities across the US and Europe, many of which rarely experience fog, are now blanketed in thick, eerie mists that refuse to lift, even during daylight hours. While the media scrambles to dismiss it as a mere coincidence, let's be clear, this is no ordinary weather event. The particulate-laden fog doesn't just obscure your view, it smells of chemicals, and it's making people sick with symptoms they've never experienced before. Researchers armed with hydrometers and air quality monitors have taken samples, and the results are nothing short of alarming. What is this fog? Where is it coming from? And most importantly, why is it making people so ill? Stay tuned as we shine a light in the darkness and uncover what is one of the most heinous crimes against humanity of our time. Before we dive in, join the People's Voice Locals community if you haven't already, and sign up to become a member of the world's first ever cyber nation that truly believes in life, liberty, and the pursuit of your dreams. Visit joson.com and click the Join Us button today. It's completely free. Fog typically forms when the air temperature and the dew point are less than 2.5 degrees Celsius apart, usually with humidity near 100%. It can happen when moisture is added to the air or when the temperature drops. In most of the cities experiencing this mysterious fog, from Florida, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Texas, California, and many cities across Europe, the conditions are completely different from what's needed to produce fog naturally.
This is fucked up. It smells. Can't see shit.
What's even stranger is that this fog doesn't look, smell, or feel like typical fog. Instead, it's heavy and packed with particulates, unlike anything we've ever seen before, as this video from Augustine, Florida reveals.
Flashlight for Christmas, and this will give you a good look. You can't see the fog here, but check this out. So it's just like mist particles, but you cannot see that with a light out. Like, what the hell is this?
If you think this strange, unprecedented fog showing up everywhere at the same time is just a coincidence, then you probably believe that war is peace, mRNA vaccines are safe and effective, and Biden is as sharp as a tack. In Daytona Beach, conditions are nothing like those required for fog, and the locals have never seen anything like this chemical cloud that's blanketing the population center and refusing to disappear even during the day. Making things even more suspicious, videos of the fog have suddenly been taken down. Over the past 2 days, there have been several reports, from both overseas and across the US. But now those videos have disappeared from search results. Into this void of censorship, some citizen journalists have stepped up to analyse the fog that's causing sickness, since the mainstream media refuses to do their job and report on what's really affecting everyday people.
Okay, so I have been going through the comment section trying to catch up on all the comments about the fog and the symptoms. And here are the states, the majority of the states that were in the comments that are saying that they have fog and symptoms that are accompanied. And then I will go through the symptoms. So the states that so far that I have seen commenting the most are Oregon, Minnesota, Texas, St. Louis, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Vermont, New Hampshire, Washington, Arizona, Idaho, Illinois, Maine, Georgia, Massachusetts, Louisiana, Wisconsin. The UK has actually been commenting. Kansas, England, Florida, Indiana, Iowa, Mississippi, Arkansas, Cali, North Carolina, Ohio, Michigan, Colorado, Utah, Nebraska, and there was more than that. But this does appear to be coast-to-coast fog. But here are the symptoms that so far everybody's talking about. We're having a loss of appetite, with a lot of people losing weight unexplained. Can't sleep at night. You feel really tired throughout the day because you're not sleeping at night, but all night you're just tossing and turning, having weird dreams. There's a really bad dry cough, but also congestion, which is weird because I've been congested, but I have a really dry cough, so it's very interesting. Extremely irritable. Some people are experiencing anemic problems. People are experiencing gut problems, stomach aches, diarrhea, nausea. I had some people commenting that they have jaw pain or headaches or both. There's just so many symptoms that are coming along. And the only thing that we all have in common from coast to coast is the fog. And then obviously a lot of us tap water, but that isn't necessarily going to be the same in every state. So the only thing I can associate all of this with is the fog.
The elite can continue.
Now you got another thing in common. You people got a badass diet. You eat a bunch of bullshit. So, it could be coming from that. Now, I'm not one of the people that's going to immediately say it's this or that. I'll just say one thing that was eye-opening was the video that the dude showed his light at night or whatever. That was eye-opening, seeing particles and shit floating around. But that was, we can't really say for sure, like we're not giving medical advice and telling you that that's what this shit is. I mean, it is shit. A lot of people that's got, sinus issues and different stuff. I mean, you got to think at night when you got your damn heat on, a lot of people run their heat heavy at night and it could dry your damn sinuses out. And you be blowing your nose, you get that, that dry booger, shoot out your nose with the snot and a little bit of blood on it. I get that every year. I know because I be having it. I have my damn heat on and the fan. Had the central heat coming out of the vents and the fans blowing high to circulate the heat all over the room. So I don't get too hot and I don't get too cold. So, it's different shit that it could be. But just, keep an eye open. We can never say what it is or what it's not. Like I said, it's not medical advice and it's just maybe. This man is the devil at the end of the day. He's capable of anything. So just watch out. We'll listen to a little bit more of this. And I'll put the link to this article, which the article has the video in it. I'll put the link in the description and on the comment board, Lord willing. And you can go check this out. So we're only about 4 minutes and 54 seconds into an 18-minute video, which we're not going to watch much more of it. Excuse me, we'll go back here a few seconds.
Is the fog.
The elite can continue deleting videos, but they cannot stop the tidal wave of reports about the fog, saying that it smells terrible, their eyes and throats hurt, and they're dealing with terrible headaches and sinus problems.
Looks like it's conclusive. FogVid24 is a real thing. The previous videos going viral. If you go and read the comment section, everybody's saying they were completely fine, they didn't feel anything coming on, but then as soon as they went out in this fog, whatever it is, they got a sore throat, they had to go to bed, they couldn't sleep, they were bunged up, they had migraines, they lost all their energy, and not only them, everyone in the household. There's mums reporting on it saying all the kids are ill. We've got people in Kentucky, we've got people in Sweden, we've got people in Finland, all reporting the same thing. The fog it's made them sick. And you know, it's scenarios like this that always have an adverse effect. Whatever they're doing in the skies, whatever they're spraying, whatever this fog is, they're obviously doing it for a reason, but it is going to wake people up. People have had enough. They're sick of being poked. They're sick of being prodded. They're sick of poisoning the air and poisoning the food, poisoning the milk, poisoning the minds. We're being pummeled in more ways we can imagine to demoralise us over a period of time. So when things get to a critical point and everyone's screaming out for a saviour, the government's going to be there. But they were the ones that created the problem in the first place.
Symptoms such as these are no surprise.
Yeah, now that dude had a neat accent. He said, "We got people in Kentucky." Well, this is the thing, and I just got this from through the Spirit, that the fog in itself alone may not be that bad. What's going on is these things come in stages. You see, so they could have already. Most of you around the world, you took the snake piss, you took the dragon's blood, dragon's venom. You played the Squid Game, so now you took that. Then they come along and hit you with the the 5G radiation or technology, whatever. Then whatever's in your water. Then they come along and this thing, this fog could be one of the other components. So you just never know. You just never know. It could be a short amount of time before you niggas start turning into Jabberwockies, and that'd be great. Once you motherfuckers start transforming, because we told you. You think you're out of the woods. We told you not to take that stuff, but you did it anyway. Now you're just waiting to hatch out of your motherfucking cocoon. And we don't feel sorry for you. We told you. And I think I'm going to change the title of this video to "The Fog is Not the Issue, the Devil is." Because you trusting, see, you can't choose to trust in part of this man's system. You trusted in it. You trusted part of it. And you fucked around and listened to Dr. Fauci and all these motherfuckers, and you pump yourself full of that shit. Now, when you start hatching eggs and different shit start happening to you, now you want pity. We don't feel no pity for you. We just gonna hey, it's our job just to deliver the message, give you the reports. That's it. So I'm gonna jump down here. I'll just read this right here. This is from somebody on X. Sudden and unexpected, a recently leaked proposal from 2018 has cast new light on Dr. Anthony Fauci's plan to covertly spray, quote, self-spreading, end quote. You see the word right here. Damn it. To covertly spray self-spreading. I'm going to say it backwards. I'll keep fucking up. Self-spreading Senecavs. Okay? You see the word right here, but it's Senecavs. Self-spreading Senecavs on large population centers using cutting-edge biotechnology, military-grade drones, and experimental medical research. And you're going to try to use it one thing or another. You're going to try to pinpoint one thing or another, but at the end of the day, it's just the fact that these people are devils. And they were set up to do this wickedness. That's all it is to it, man. And you being a part of their plan. You can't, you was part of one part of the plan, but then you rebel against another part, doesn't make you innocent. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, "To whom you forgive anything, I forgive also. For if I forgive anything to whom I forgave it, for your sakes forgave I it in the person of the anointed, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." And us brothers, we've been telling you for a long time these people were devils, even when some of you were still fighting us. Right? It matters when you wake up. Okay, when you wake up to the schemes, it matters when you decide to listen, or when the Lord put the Spirit on you to listen. Because some of you have waited too long. You waited too long. You took levels, steps 1, 2, and 3, and then when step 4 come and you finally wake up. Well, step 4 wasn't even voluntary. It was involuntary, or whatever, whatever number you deem this is. This is just one of the steps. This is not the main thing. Now you focusing on it because you went for a jog or for a walk and you seen this heavy fog and then you started feeling something. Now you focused on it. But guess what? That could be another catalyst. Altogether, who knows what's going to happen to you, to these people. This is 2 Corinthians again, 2 and 10 from the NLT this time. I started down. It says, I wrote to you as I did to test you and see if you will fully comply with my instructions. When you forgive this man, I forgive him too. And when I forgive whatever needs to be forgiven, I do so with the enormous authority for your benefit, so that Satan will not outsmart us. For we are familiar with his evil schemes. And the spiritual demon Satan uses flesh on the earth, and he uses these so-called white people, the Edomites. He uses them more than any other people when he does his schemes, because they are his children, his physical counterparts on the earth, starting with the elites, which you would call Illuminati or the elites or whatever, the international bankers. He's starting with them. People like Dr. Fauci and Elon Musk, they're just figureheads. Donald Trump, they're the face. But these people behind the scenes are the real deal. This is Ephesians 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Right. The word wiles in the Greek is methodia. Let's see here. Stand against the wiles, the methodia of Satan. What is methodia? What does it say here? Cunning, arts, deceit, craft, trickery. See that? So while you trying to, all of a sudden now you waking up, you on fire, you all over the comment board hollering about, oh, it's the fog and this and that. It ain't the fog, it's the devil. And this is just one of the steps in this program. It may be too late for a lot of you already. As we go on, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Right? What you fighting against? These elites and these people, they're just the face. The spirit behind it is evil. But the Heavenly Father is the one that sent forth the demons to bring, spiritual demons, Satan, to bring that evil for his own purposes. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what you're fighting against. The spiritual wickedness in high places, And I was going to do a little more reading the scriptures or whatever, but that this should suffice. Just a warning going out. Like I said, I will put the link to this article, in the description, and I will also put it on the comment board for your ease, so you can go to it and easily do it, easily get to the article, and you can go and watch this video. And it's in several places on the article. They just got it, like you just go through it and you'll see the same article, the same video pop up over and over. Here it is again. See, same video, So, this is like I said, I'm going to change the title. All right. The fog is not the problem, but the devil is. And that devil is none other than Esau, the so-called white man. So stay watching, stay vigilant out there. And we will see you again with another lesson, Lord willing. All praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.